Okay, so I'm not in my usual spot, so there might be background noise. I'm gonna try and do this as kind of as fast as I can, so you don't hear like baby crying and stuff in the background. But we will see. Anyway, first off, actually, I want to just mention I just did an unboxing of this on my channel. It should actually be up before this video, so it should be up right now. If you want to check that out, it's cool. Really not much else to say about it. I mean, I just got it. It's really gonna be a display piece, but. For news things, I do want to say one thing is they announced this last week where there's going to be issues like Avengers number, it says number 1 here, but it's actually issue number 24. Those, I guess, are meant to be jumping on points for new readers or people who want to get into that certain comic book. So I guess issue 24 would be the best time to start reading Avengers. And Inhuman, which it's actually issue number 1 is number 1, and All New Invaders number 1 is number 1 too. I don't know what All New Invaders is, but yeah. The only other interesting thing here, actually that looks really cool just because it looks like it's a Doctor Who ad. It looks cool. It's an ad for something, but I don't know what. But Batgirl unmasking herself and her dad behind her, so that looks interesting. And like I said, nothing else really that cool there. Anyways, I'm gonna get started with All New X-Men, issue 17, Battle of the Atom, chapter 6, and it was a really good issue. Again, I mean, I'm really like Battle of the Atom. This takes place, the majority of this issue takes place in the future. We get to find out who kind of most of these characters are, which obviously we already know. What's his name? Colossus and Weird Iron Man, or not Iron Man as Iceman calls him in the issue. It's good. It really all focuses on the future. The ending was definitely good, and yeah, I can't wait for the next one. There's really nothing really to say. I don't want to spoil anything. That's why I'm just saying it's definitely good. Focuses what happened on the future. It focuses on what happened, kind of, to make the other future X-Men come back in time in the first place. So that was actually really interesting in itself. Yeah. Anyways, All New X-Men Special number 1, which has to do with Doc Ock, which is why it's called The Arms of the Octopus. Part 2 and 3 are in Indestructible Hulk, I believe that's what it's called, and Superior Spider-Man Special. So it's only 3 parts. Definitely interested, want to see where it's going. Spider-Man does make his appearance in it, which was cool to see him interacting with the past X-Men. He was calling them clones. He's like kind of not understanding what's going on. When he sees Doc Ock, he gets really mad. But the interesting part of this is that it's all narrated, or the central focus of the character is Beast in this issue. He's the one who's like narrating. He's the perspective that we're getting. So it's cool. I mean, basically how everything starts is the past X-Men are taking a trip to New York, and Beast meets this girl. He goes to this to Empire State, and sorry for the loud dishes in the background if you can hear that. Anyways, they go to Empire State Building, and Doc Ock attacks, and it's kind of like what? So yeah, we'll see how that is going to continue on. So basically, it's good. I would recommend it. This I'm kind of like on the fence on, just because it was it was weird. It was a weird read, a little confusing, really disorienting with all the pictures and the art. I want to like it because it's a Peter Parker story. It's not a Doc Ock Spidey story, but it's definitely weird. I mean, I can't even really summarize it all that well. It's just Spider-Man shows up in this, I don't know if it was like a haunted house or fun house or something like that, and he gets attacked kind of, and Madam Web says some crazy stuff. A whole bunch of just craziness, like it kind of felt like Spider-Man is like on a freaking acid trip or something. That's what it kind of felt like throughout the whole issue up until the end, and even the end was kind of weird. I'll get the next part. I mean, it's only 5 parts. I'll probably get them all, but I don't know. It's weird. I want to say I'm hoping for better because it is a Peter Parker story, but at the same time it's just so weird. Then we have Forever Evil issue 2, which starts off with Lex Luthor, who has, I'm not gonna say what, but he has like his own secret weapon, and I think he's going to take on the crime syndicate soon by himself with, I guess, the help of this thing. I'm not gonna explain what it is because I don't want to spoil it. The Teen Titans make their appearance for the most part and try and take down whatever Flash's counterpart is called. And yeah, it's a good issue. I will say this. I don't want to spoil much. The ending, last page, was definitely good. And yeah, I can't. Again, something else I can't wait for the next part. Infinity part or Infinity tie-in, Mighty Avengers Part 2. Green. It actually looks really cool in green. So I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying. The tie-ins are better than the actual story for Infinity, and Mighty Avengers is still really good. Uh, Doctor Strange is still under the control of, I don't know what the guy's name is, but he's not thinking clearly, basically, and it's doing the spell. I think this guy named Blue Marvel, I think that was his name. I don't remember. Old superhero makes an appearance. He's talking to the Watcher, but obviously the Watcher's not replying. He just shows up in his underground water base thingy. Um, Spectrum, I believe that's her name. She has a thing going on. It's a good issue. I can't really explain it much. It's mostly just a giant battle for the most part with a little bit of story progression, especially at the end. We get something not surprising because it kind of like we kind of see what's gonna happen in the beginning of the issue because they kind of like say it, but it actually happens. And yeah, it's a good issue. I like it because it's just a battlefield type of issue, and that's the best I can say about it. It's not really. I would put it under the it's good, not great category. And the next ones I haven't read yet. I'm just gonna read these on the weekend. Captain America: Living Legend #1, which I was debating on getting, but I was like, it's issue #1. If I don't like it, I'll just drop it. So we'll see how that goes. Hunger, which just I believe is the final part. Um, I actually really liked Hunger. I liked it more than Age of Ultron, so hopefully that's a good ending for it, since Ultimate Cataclysm starts soon. And the Star Wars issue 2, which I wasn't a big fan of the first issue, I will say that right now. But I'm thinking, since it's supposed to be based off the original script, if it's anything like a movie, it will be slow to start, so I'm hoping it will pick up later on. Although, I wish it was $2.99, not $3.99. That's just my opinion. Most of these, I think, were all $3.99, which sucks, but well, there's really no but. I mean, come on, let's lower the prices a little bit, help people out. I mean, this right here was $4.99. That's a little ridiculous, but it was a good thing. Again, just like before, Battle of the Atom, I will say, is like my favorite thing of the week so far. And yeah, that's my pickups for this week, and I guess see you next week and stuff. Alright, cool.